good, yeah. And we have all the time that we need.
Yeah, we got a lot of time, right? So, good that they do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, they got one.
We have to ask ourselves what kind of people would disrupt a rally after just hearing that speech from Ms. Wilkerson. We'd have to ask ourselves what kind of people are opposed to Mr. Trump. If you hear that speech and you want to disrupt that rally, you hear a mom whose child was murdered and you want to sow chaos and disorder, what kind of person are you? Our message today is about saving American lives. Our message today is about saving moms and dads from burying their own children. With your vote, you can save the next Laura Wilkerson. With your vote, you can save the next Kate Steinle. You have it in your power, with your vote, with your family's vote, with your friends' vote, to save thousands of American lives, to save millions of American jobs, to regain control of this country so that American citizens come first. Marco Rubio campaigned for office in 2010. And he campaigned on a pledge that he was going to fight amnesty. Did Marco Rubio fight against amnesty? Marco Rubio joined Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, and Dick Durbin to shove an amnesty bill through the U.S. Senate over the cries of the American people. Did Marco Rubio meet with Laura Wilkerson? Did Marco Rubio meet with law enforcement? Did Marco Rubio care what you thought? He lied to every single one of you. Let me tell you what Marco Rubio's amnesty bill did. Marco Rubio's amnesty bill gave amnesty to gang members. Marco Rubio's amnesty bill gave amnesty to sex offenders. Marco Rubio's amnesty bill gave amnesty to child predators. Marco Rubio's amnesty bill was championed by Barack Obama. Marco Rubio fought harder for Barack Obama's amnesty than Barack Obama fought for Barack Obama's amnesty. He is the most pro-amnesty lawmaker in Washington. You have the chance on Tuesday to take control back of your country from the oligarchs, from the special interests. You have a chance to vote for a man in Donald J. Trump who will put jobs and wages and security for Americans first. Donald J. Trump will secure this country and build a wall on the southern border. Donald J. Trump will secure this country and ensure that refugee terrorists are kept out of the United States. Donald J. Trump will secure this country and ensure that American workers are no longer replaced with cheaper foreign labor. Donald J. Trump will also bring back our manufacturing jobs from China, Japan, and Vietnam. Marco Rubio voted for Barack Obama's job-killing trade agenda. And you know who else voted for the job-killing trade agenda of Barack Obama? Ted Cruz. And you know who else supports Barack Obama's job-killing trade agenda? John Kasich. And to our friends in Ohio, John Kasich's support for the Trans-Pacific Partnership will decimate the car industry in the state of Ohio. We cannot let that happen. We must save our jobs. 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 And you can save our jobs on Tuesday when you vote. And let me tell you something else about John Kasich. And when I say this, I want you all to tell the whole country how you feel about this. So loud they can hear you in Ohio. John Kasich has promised that if he is elected president, within 100 days, he has promised to pass amnesty. Do we want the people of Ohio to support John Kasich's amnesty? No. Vote for Donald J. Trump. Do it for Miss Wilkerson. Do it for Josh Wilkerson. Do it for Kate Steinle. Do it for every parent all across this country who has been betrayed by their politicians. What has happened to this country if we allow our children to be slaughtered in the streets and do nothing? I was in Washington for 10 years, and every time a story came along about some parent, some patriotic, loyal citizen who lost their child to illegal immigration, Washington did nothing. What does Washington do when our children are killed in the streets? What does Washington do when people stream across the border illegally? What does Washington do when you lose your jobs, your hopes, your future? That must end, and it ends on Tuesday. I will conclude by saying this. What should happen to a person like Marco Rubio who pushes amnesty? Should they be made president? Should a person who pushes amnesty for gang members and sex offenders, should they be made president? Should a person who supports Obama's trade agenda to ship your jobs overseas, like John Kasich, should they be made president? Who should control the future of our country? The special interests or you? This is your chance, once in a lifetime chance, to grab control from the special interests, the oligarchs, the lobbyists, the people who've controlled this country for too long, and to return control to the patriotic, loyal citizens of this country, to return control to the children across this audience today who deserve a future, who deserve to live in a country where jobs and wages and security go to Americans first. Send a message on Tuesday so loud that people will hear it for 100 years. Vote for Donald J. Trump. This is your chance. This is your moment. This is your one opportunity to do what is right for America, for your children, and for all the people of these United States. On Tuesday, March 15th, send a message to the world that the American people are not going to sit idly by and lose their futures. This is your vote, your voice, your one chance to take back your country and make America great again.
All right, everybody. Can I get a Donald from this?